We now have confirmation about the price increase from Microsoft and Nintendo versus the Sony PlayStation 5 price increase, which will be significant in several territories, not the United States. The long and the short of it is Xbox and Nintendo are not raising their prices. Let's dive into some more details and comments from the companies now. Thanks for watching, everybody. I greatly appreciate you chiming in. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when things go live. Okay, so diving into this story, the long and the short of it is Sony raised the price of the PlayStation 5. I think we're all aware of that. But finally, we've gotten a comment from Xbox and Nintendo now about what they're going to do with their hardware. And the answer is they're not going to do anything. A Microsoft spokesperson has confirmed to Windows Central that there are no price increases planned for the Xbox Series X and S consoles. And this was to Windows Central. Jez Corden got this, I believe. In a statement to Windows Central, a Microsoft spokesperson confirmed that there are no plans to raise the price of the Xbox Series X or the Xbox Series S, reiterating that they will remain at their baseline RRPs in various currencies, including US dollar, GBP, and euro. We are constantly evaluating our business to offer our fans great gaming options. Our Xbox Series S suggested retail price remains at $299, $250, and the Xbox Series X is $499, $450, $500. So that's great. Xbox has said, hey, we're aware of what is going on in the market. We have no plans to increase the price of our console and pass along those costs to the customer. We're not going to do that. But what about Nintendo? That was the big question on everybody's mind. So Nintendo also came out and made a statement. This is an easy PR win for them, by the way. The market leader has come out and said, we're going to increase our prices. And the other people on the block have just said, no, we're not going to do that. Oh boy, the formatting here is weird. Can I even fix this? All right. Well, anyway, I'll read it to you. Sorry, I got to figure this out. As our president, Mr. Furukawa, stated at the 82nd annual general meeting of shareholders in June, while we cannot comment on pricing strategies, we currently do not have any plans to change the price of our hardware due to inflation or increased procurement costs in each country. We will determine our future pricing strategies through careful and continued deliberations. Well, the final price to consumers is always determined by retailers. As Mr. Furukawa stated, Nintendo has no plans to increase the trade price of its hardware. So the other two major companies have said, we are not increasing the price of our hardware. Nintendo has been very clear that they won't be jumping up costs. Here's what it said over on IGN. Speaking to Nikkei Asia, Furukawa said Nintendo has no plans to adjust the price of its Switch to offset production and shipping costs, and these comments follow Meta's decision to raise the Meta Quest 2 by $100. The cost to make and ship Meta's products have been on the rise. And then they continue on from there. But if you remember, Meta was increased by $100. I did it in the original video about this price increase. And a company like Facebook, now granted, they are burning through their money because they believe in this whole Meta alter reality thing, whatever. I don't think it's a good look for them. But anyway, for them to be the leader in raising the price of things that have been on the market for a significant amount of time, and for Sony to follow suit, it is not a good look. You make so much money and then you're passing along that price to your customers. It's an easy PR win for Microsoft and Nintendo to come out and say, hey, yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that to our customers. We just won't. So Meta is raising Quest 2 headset prices by $100 next month. Entering the metaverse is about to get more expensive. And basically, the Meta Quest 2, formerly known as Oculus Quest 2, is about to get $100 more expensive, bringing the price for the 128 gigabyte model to $399 and the 256 gigabyte model to $499. According to a post from Meta, the price change for the almost 2-year-old headset will take effect starting in August. As much as I hate to recommend buying things under pressure, you should probably act fast if you're hoping to get your hands on one before then. It's August, so I assume this price increase has already happened. And the hefty price jump for what was one of the best deals in gaming for years, and it comes at a time when Meta as a whole is looking to cut the fat and start making more money while simultaneously trying to build a business centered around people having access to virtual reality hardware. The company is, however, offering something to buyers to help make the new price a bit easier to swallow starting August 1st and continuing for the rest of the year. The Quest 2 will come with a free copy of Beat Saber, an exceedingly popular VR rhythm game that normally costs $29.99. Now compare that to what Sony is doing. They're just increasing the price. And they're increasing the price in places that, some places anyway, that don't have a ton of money. Like the increase in price in Japan is notable. Bad example of a place not having a lot of money. LATAM though, it's a significant increase. It's like $50 US in LATAM. And that's a ton. That market already is incredibly expensive to buy hardware in. So the fact that they said, yeah, we're going to increase the price there, it's really saddening to see. And I have another video that I made about this increasing narrative about PlayStation being greedy, or at least that seems to be the sentiment. So now we have them passing along the increased hardware price to their customers. Nintendo has said, we're going to charge $10 more for our games. Just blanket statement, like any game that comes out that's exclusive for the PlayStation platform is going to be $10 more expensive. They're not going to do day one releases on their PlayStation Plus service. They said that's not tenable for them. And also, they're going to re-release several-year-old games on PC and charge for them yet again. That one is a little bit more understanding for me, but when you have a competitor who is launching stuff on console and PC and allowing people to play wherever they want. You can play on console, you can play on PC, you can play in the cloud, wherever. People are going to make comparisons, and they're going to make comparisons about how each company decides to run their business. It's really unfortunate that the company who, even on their worst quarter, posted $1 billion in profit, deciding to pass along that cost to their customers. It's not what I expected. I am on the record saying there is no way Sony would do this. It would be too negative PR. Like, they're not going to do it. They would never do that to their customers. And I guess I have egg on my face now because they absolutely will do that to their customers. They did increase the price of the console. I remember talking to Hogue about it, and we laughed it off because the thought of world economic conditions being passed along to the customer just never would have entered our mind. I still can't believe it. I'm still a little bit dumbfounded by the fact that they decided to do that, but it is what it is. And that's where we're at today. So no price increase for Xbox, no price increase for any Nintendo hardware as far as we know. If Sony was smart about this, I think what they should have done is at least released some sort of limited edition or something to offset that cost, or come out with a PlayStation 5 2.0 and then price that appropriately to eat that cost. But the already scarce console, the most popular console on the market, is getting a price increase. And the other companies are just like, no, we're not going to do that. And that's the update. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when content goes live. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to become a member, memberships are turned on. I'm trying not to look at my buttons because one dude hates it when I look at the buttons, but I want to thank my members. So if you want to become a member, click that join button right down there. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll see you for the next one.